Hey guys, welcome to Lay It on the Line. It's your girl Jamila, and today I have a special guest, Mr. Michael. Michael, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good, Jamila. How you doing?
I'm good. First, I want to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, you too.
Okay, before we get into it, tell me what you got planned for this year, 2024.
I am diligently working on my entrepreneurships, the businesses that I have going on, and just making 2024 a whole lot better than 2023.
Yes, so from 2023, what can you say that you've learned from 2023 that you would like to take into
Patience,
2024?
patience, a lot of patience.
Okay.
2023 was ooh, uh, it wasn't a bad year, but it was a year that really tried a lot of people's patience around me and myself.
Mm-hmm.
So coming into 2024, I'm learning just to learn how to breathe,
Yes,
and
breathing
take
is
things.
important.
Problems are gonna be because that's just what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'm in expectance of problems, but when they arise, I just feel like taking the patience thing with me out of 2023 and into 2024 would of
Absolutely.
course help a lot. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I'm focusing.
Yeah, I think it was last Sunday when I went to church. The pastor was saying, we all gonna have bills. Those bills are gonna be there. So what you gonna stress over them
There
for?
you go.
So
Hmm.
yeah, if patience and if breathing is gonna keep you calm, go ahead and do that because being stressed out over here like scatterbrain, like what I'm
Yes,
gonna do, they still gonna be there.
yes,
You know.
yes,
So I,
yes.
I can appreciate that. I love that bringing
That's what it
patience
is.
into 2024.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's been a minute. I've been doing the Lay It on the Line for a while.
Yes,
It used to be cocktails and conversations, and you were one of
that
my
was my era. That was
yes,
me. Yeah.
yes, cocktails and conversations.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and letting me interview you. And just, man, we kind of broke the internet that
Hmm.
time. So many people had so much stuff to say. So since then, you have started like some new jobs. You've been focused on your entrepreneurship. So,
Yes.
what do you have? What's your main goal right now? What's your baby, your main project?
My baby is my business, Kitchen Hero.
Kitchen Hero.
Kitchen Hero is, of course, a concept that started about, mm, I want to say maybe 35 years ago, standing up with my grandmother in her kitchen.
Okay, because I'm like 35 years
Yep.
ago. How old are you
Yeah,
now?
I'm 42. Well,
Okay.
I'll be 42 this year. So,
Okay.
just being in the kitchen with her, listening to her talk
Mhm.
and watching what she was doing.
Mhm.
I got life lessons in the kitchen with her. I
Mhm.
got so many gems just being around her,
Mhm.
and I picked up every little thing she did in the
Mhm.
kitchen, and it wasn't like a drag for me to be in the kitchen with her. It was exciting
Yeah.
because we were creating together, and my grandmother is my heart. You
Mhm.
already know how I feel about my grandma.
Yeah.
So she's my heart. So I got to, be that close to her and
Mhm.
to pick up her trade secrets in the kitchen and being able to implement them the way she did and, getting her stamp of approval because it's
Mhm.
not hard to get that from.
Mhm.
It's not hard. I mean, it's hard to get that from, that generation.
Yeah.
And she solidified it for me. So, that is where I am with it right now. And
Okay.
from then up until now, the passion for it only
It's
got
just growing.
is through the roof. They say when you are able to do something for free and
Mhm.
it don't feel like a job or work,
Mhm. Mhm.
like I was talking to one of the producers earlier, you can ask me to cook you a meal,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna jump up and be excited to do it. But if you
Mhm.
ask me to take out the trash, I'm gonna, it's
Right.
just, that's just how it is with me. It's
Yeah.
not something that I
It's
dread doing.
something you find pleasure in
I
doing.
find it's solace it's solitude in it.
Mhm.
It's solace in it. It's therapeutic for me.
Good,
It's
good.
therapeutic. It really because I just lose myself in the midst of baking this or sautéing this or stir
Mm.
frying this or
Come on now.
that's just what it is for me.
So what you said about your grandmother, it's hard to get those recipes. Now I have an auntie. She is known for these peach cobbler that she makes,
Hmm.
and I've been trying to get her to teach me how to make her very famous peach
Hmm.
cobbler. And she'll call me on the phone and she'll be like, "Oh, well, all you need to do is do
Hmm.
this and do that." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Hold on,
Hmm.
I I can't comprehend that. I'm not going to be able to remember that.
Hmm.
But I want to just go and set up a camera and just record her."
Hmm.
So, what is your grandma's specialty dish or a dish that you've learned from her that you would maybe put at Kitchen Hero as your specialty dish that you learned from your grandma?
Her fried chicken.
Okay, fried
Her
chicken.
fried chicken. Her roast.
Mm,
Whether it be beef or pork, we're gonna, we stay away from pork as much as we can. But
yeah.
her greens. I
Okay,
mean,
so
just the
Kitchen
staples,
Hero
really.
is soul food.
Kitchen Hero is whatever you want it to be, baby.
Okay.
You know what
So
I'm
let me tell everybody
saying?
that's out there watching Late on the Line, I had the pleasure of having Mr. Michael come to my house for a special occasion. I am seeing somebody that is very special to me, and for his birthday, I had Mr. Michael come over and be our personal chef, and he cooked my love's favorite dish, which was the what was it, lobster, shrimp, and
We
grits.
did it. We did. It was a lot. It was very expensive things going on in that sink. So yeah, yeah. It
Oh my
was
God, it was so
shrimp and
delicious
grits and
though.
lobster. Yes.
It was so delicious. Now, do you offer this service to other people, or was that just something that was special for me because I'm a special person?
I like how you set the thing up. Uh, um, are you a special person?
Thank
Let's say
you.
that. I had never really put much thought into that side of the industry because it's so saturated.
Hmm.
It's so saturated. So I never really put that much energy into that aspect of it. But after going through the motions with you
Hmm.
and seeing what the outcome was, excuse me, I'm definitely open to that
Yeah.
side of things.
I'm
Ready
glad
for
that
it.
I could bring that experience to you
Thank you.
because I feel like as an entrepreneur, and myself being an entrepreneur,
Mhm.
I see the talent in you. I saw the passion in you, and I would have never known if that wasn't something that you specialize in because when
Mhm.
you came over, you had such high spirit. You got in the kitchen and you just whipped it up, flick of the wrist. You was doing your
Flick of the
thing,
wrist.
right? So because I'm so big on supporting my local businesses
Mhm.
and my friends and my family, I just want to put it out there. Like I think that you should, with your Kitchen Hero, I think that you should offer that service for people, not even just for special occasions, but like I know in my age group, a lot of my friends and myself, we enjoy brunch.
Mhm.
And for our birthdays, we're getting to the point where going out to eat when we're of a certain age, we don't want to be out late at night.
Right.
Like I went out last night and I was like,
Why is
before the
that? Is that
short,
is wait a minute, is that a 40 thing? Because
I think it
it
is.
was just the all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, I'm just like, you know what? We came, we showed our face, I'm
Let's go.
ready to go.
Yeah, let's go. Uh-huh.
But when it's me personally,
Uh-huh.
like, okay, I want to do something special. I don't really want to just always be in the mix. But if I
Mhm.
could be like, Chef Mike, can you come over and whip us up a dish? I don't have to cook it. And I know that it's going to be good. I think that that is something that Houston is missing. We see it all the time on the reality shows,
Mhm.
and that's where I got the idea from when I asked you if you could do that for me, but I really
You said it
think
on the Housewives.
I saw it on one of the housewives. Yes, they have somebody to come to the house and cook for them. I mean, I'm a
It's
little
bougie-ish.
bougie at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I mean, you did it as a gift.
It was a gift.
It was a good, I would have loved it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it was very thoughtful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I mean, he enjoyed it. I
mhm.
enjoyed it. It was good. Sometimes it just feels good to be catered to and
Right.
catered to somebody that don't see it as a job. Like
Right.
for me hearing you say, well, I enjoy doing it. Like
Mhm.
I'm happy in the kitchen cooking.
Mhm.
I think that that's something that you should specialize in. And for those of you guys that's watching, if you want more details and more information on how you can get Chef Mike and Kitchen Hero to come to your house and cater to you on your special occasion, I will have his information listed after this show finished recording.
Thank
All
you for
right.
the plug.
There you go. There you go. I'm gonna support my
Okay.
businesses, not just my black businesses, but
Uh-huh.
my Houston business, because I want to
Exactly.
see us succeed in
I do
Houston.
too.
Like I just feel
Uh-huh.
like it's so many talented people here, and it's really about networking. Like they just don't know about Kitchen Hero right
They just
now,
don't
but
know.
as juicy as I am, they should know. Like I know good food. I go
Okay.
out to eat a lot, but
I
sometimes I
really do
might not want to
appreciate
go
it.
out to eat. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna call Chef Mike. Come on over here,
Mm-hmm.
Chef Mike. Hook it up.
Mm-hmm. Those
So
are the calls that I'm looking for.
so your hair looks nice.
Thank you. You
You
do
have a very
something.
nice barber and a very nice stylist.
I do. I
With
wonder
that
who
being
they.
said, you know what I'm saying. With
Who
that
that
being said,
could be?
um, for those of y'all who don't know, I have my hands in many hats. I do
Yes.
Mr. Michael's hair. And
Yes.
while you were here and
Hmm.
sitting in the chair getting your hair done, you
Hmm.
did mention to me that you wanted to do a podcast.
Yes.
Tell me about the podcast. What is your idea for your podcast?
So the podcast is actually just another form to reach out to the community. You know,
Which community is that?
it's the Black gay community, the
Okay.
LGBT community, period. I mean, it's not like, oh, so exclusive that, we're only looking to reach out to, only, you know, black people, but it's an inclusive platform.
I haven't
Um,
seen any, to be honest with you, I haven't seen any podcast where there are just from that community that
mhm,
that's drawn my attention. Like I
mhm.
scroll on TikTok a lot. I'm on social media a lot. I have not seen a platform with
And
the
that's the problem.
it is.
That's the problem.
Because a lot of times we just don't know. People assume,
Mhm,
and I think that that would be very educational for a lot of
mhm.
people just to get some insight on the LGBT community. So tell me, what message would you like to put out there on your podcast?
The message is simple.
Mhm.
Your voice matters
Okay.
in more ways than you think.
Mhm.
And so what we've done is three of us, three actual co-hosts of the podcast.
Okay. Are these women and men or
No,
all?
it's three black gay
Okay.
men, over 40 with
Okay.
very diverse perspectives
Mhm.
on certain situations and certain topics that you wouldn't
Even
expect.
think of. Mhm.
Two of us are very political. One is
Mhm.
like really reserved on a political standpoint. I am very involved and intrigued in politics.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
and those things matter.
Mhm.
And our voices being black, number one, and being
Mhm.
gay, number two, are very
Being a
suppressed.
man,
Well, not so much being a man in this
being a
world.
black
Being a
man.
black man, yes, that's where I'm
Yeah.
coming from. But not so
Mhm.
much being the man, being a man, because that is what it is. That's a whole different topic.
Mhm.
So
A different
it's
topic.
a whole
Okay.
different topic. But not so much being a man, but just the marginalized communities that when we talk, this is pretty much all you hear. And we want to have big voices. We want
Mhm.
to be heard and understood and taken seriously because our voices matter and our votes matter. And not saying that it's going to be 1,000% a political podcast because it's not, but we just want to make sure that we hit on giving number one,
Mhm.
correct information
Mhm.
about the state of government,
Mhm.
whether it be local or federal,
Mhm.
and everything in between. So that's where we are with it, but it's also a outlet,
Mhm.
of you know certain situations and how to overcome certain situations. And we're not talking about just the lame. I don't want to cuss. Just the lame,
Oh, there's no
option.
judgment here.
So we're not talking about the lame ass topics like, oh my God, I'm in this stupid ass relationship. How the fuck do I get out of it? We're
Okay.
not talking about that. We're actually getting deep. Like, why
Mhm.
are you in this stupid relationship?
Mhm.
What put you in a position to where you've realized now that you're in a stupid situation? So what's got you stuck? Because
Okay.
it's something in you. So let's figure out you more
Mhm.
so than how do I get out of this stupid situation? You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah.
get to the ground roots. Let's see what it is. So when you do find yourself free of whatever situation, you know what to look for to not go back. And if you
Exactly.
go back, then we know who the real stupid motherfucker is. You know what I mean? So that's basically where we're coming from. We're just trying to be another outlet,
Mhm.
to add to the microphone,
Okay.
to
Mhm.
broadcast, how we really think and how we really feel and move and shake out here in these
Mm-hmm.
streets, because you'll be surprised at some of the things that we have to say, and that our community has to say.
So how do you think that social media will receive a black male LGBT panel podcast? Do you think that you will only target the LGBT community, or do you think that outside, like from heterosexuals, will have a positive impact on this? Because for me, I would be interested, because I would just want to know, like just inside, like we're all human, but we're all different. I, for example, just the other day, I reposted a post that I saw on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It was a man. He was a gay man, more feminine gay man, and he was just basically saying when he look online, he feel like a lot of men don't like women. And I reposted it. He was like, if you're a man and you want to know what do I get from opening a door for a woman, he was like, you're going to receive her femininity. You're going to receive her feminine energy. Most of you guys don't like women. He say, I'm not attracted to women, but I think I like women more than men do. And I actually understood what he meant by that. But when I reposted it, the straight men on my page was offended. And I feel like, what about what he said offended you? And all they could say is, y'all want to listen to a gay man. He don't even like women. So is it because the messenger was a gay man that you couldn't receive the message? Mm-hmm. Because what I heard from that was, it's a lot of men that's looking for women to play the male role, which we have gender roles in heterosexual relationships, right? The man is the provider and the woman is the one that's feminine. Like at the end of the day, a woman has something that you men want.
Right.
You can't get that from anywhere else.
Right, right.
And it traditionally is a prize. So if you make her feel protected, she's going to make you feel loved. And he was saying that if her love isn't good enough for you, then maybe she's not the woman for you, or maybe she's not the gender for you at all. And the men just totally missed the message, and they were offended by it, and they were insulting him. And me personally, I couldn't understand, why are y'all so offended and attacking him because he doesn't find himself attracted to women? So straight people sometimes can't hear the message because of the messenger. How do you think that your message on your podcast will be received by heterosexual people?
You can't be lazy. You can't be lazy in trying to receive what you don't comprehend. You understand?
Well, I think that they wasn't even trying to comprehend it just because it was coming from a gay man.
You can't be. A message is a message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he really did hit the nail on the head. Whether he's feminine or masculine, it's out there. You can see it. You listen to it. It's in your face. Yes, men like men more than they like women this day and time. Not speaking on everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking on, but if you just listen to how some of them talk, that tells you right there. You may not be sexually attracted to another man, but you're mentally attracted to this man more so than you are, because that's where you want to spend your time.
Yeah.
If you got a woman at home, beautiful woman at home, in your eyes, she's everything that she needs. Why the fuck do you need to be at the pool hall with your niggas?
That's a really good question.
Do it every now and then, but if she at home chilling, waiting for you, why is it so important for you to be at the pool hall chilling with your nigga when you got this goddess at home that belongs to you, and she wants you there? Don't that make sense? Wouldn't I rather be with my?
Yeah. So let me say this, okay? That's a really good question. And I've actually experienced that before in a previous relationship. So when a woman feels kind of rejected because her man or her husband is spending majority of his time with his friends, it could be one of two things. Either he's not happy with her, or his priorities are just messed up. You know what I'm saying? So when the woman say, well, you must be gay because you want to spend all your time with a man.
That's not necessarily the case.
But that's what most women say. And that's what men get mad. It was like, oh, if a man don't like you, if a man ain't doing this, a man ain't doing that, the first thing a woman want to say is, you must be gay.
I don't want to run to that, because that's
but a
easy.
lot of women run to that.
But listen, that's easy. We need to stop being so lazy with each other. So instead of saying, oh, you like to spend so much time with me, that don't necessarily mean he's gay.
So what feedback would you give a woman that's watching your podcast if she say, well, you know what? I have a man and I believe my man is to be straight, but for some odd reason, he rather spend all his time with his homeboys. You being a gay man, because a lot of times, a lot of women have gay guy friends around just because they be like, hey, can you tell me if he gay or not? You know what I'm saying?
Such a waste of talent.
Yeah, you know, it happens, and that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
So me as your homegirl, if I be like, you know what, my man always across the street with the neighbor. Every time I come home from work, he's always in the garage with the neighbor. He's always across the street. He don't come in until it's time to go to bed. Is he gay or do he just not like me? What feedback would you give to me as this woman on the receiving end? How can I talk to my man without feeling like he's gay? Because that's not always the answer.
It's not all. It's 95% of the time not the answer. Okay, so first of all, we don't want to lead with that because that's going to cause friction. So leading with that,
it's going to be
I believe you're
offensive.
gay. You know, no, he's not gonna be calm because you're
It's an attack on his character.
You're threatening not even his character, but his
Manhood. Yeah.
And that's gonna get you fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you would
Because
tell the woman, do not attack his character
don't
or
do
his
that.
manhood.
Have a meaningful conversation with this man and really try to get down to the point and stop thinking that he is sexually attracted to the same sex. Because that gets so tiring. Even me as a gay man, I get tired of hearing women saying, "Oh, well, because he across the street at the neighbor 24/7." Maybe the neighbor got a PS5 over there that he ain't got over here.
Yeah.
And he like to be over there and playing the game. It ain't got nothing to do with this mustache nigga sitting on side of him.
So you would tell her, you know what? Learn how to play the PSP,
Go
and that
get a
way you can get
PSP.
your man to come back to your house.
Go get a PSP.
Compromise, man.
It could be the most basic of things. It could be the most basic of things.
Can you
but don't
look into this camera
It could
and
be
tell
the
these
most
women?
basic of things, but you don't have to rush to those negative connotations about your man. Remember, you're with him. Keep that in mind. Because
Well, hey,
you're with him.
It's a lot of men that's
We're
with
not talking
women.
about that right now. Slow down. Slow up.
Okay.
We're talking about the 90 because we want to talk about that 5% so bad. But what about the 95%? That's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't always want to throw that in their faces because that's not who they are.
So let me ask you this question, and I love that feedback. That was amazing. Like you said, he might be over there doing something that he really enjoyed doing that you don't allow him to do in peace at
You
home.
can't play spades.
Because a lot of men, I
don't know how to play
I can play spades, but I don't know how to play dominoes.
You don't know how to play spades.
There you go.
You want to play dominoes.
And
you
that
don't know how
could
to play
be
dominoes.
that could be quality time for couples. So
It only
your
takes
man loves to
communication.
play the PlayStation. He love to play dominoes. He love to play cards. So feedback on both for your man. Hey, instead of spending all your time with your homeboy, knowing or acknowledge that your wife or your girlfriend is feeling neglected. So when she tell you she's feeling neglected, don't instantly get defensive and feel like she don't want you to spend time with your man. I mean, with your homeboy. Maybe say, well, I'll just go over there because I like playing the game over there. Well, let me get a game and we can play together.
If it means that much to you.
And me as a woman,
Yes.
of course, if he tell me that's what it is, and then he bring this over here, and I be like, I don't like playing this game.
Let
What
that man
I
go
think
back over there and play the
exactly, my advice to a woman would be, once you start playing the game and you realize you don't like it, let him go play his game and use that time to do what you want to do.
Right.
Like, you don't have to do every single thing
Thank
all
you.
day,
Have a
every
life.
day. Have a
Have a
life
life.
outside of your
Yes.
relationship.
Yes.
And I think those are meaningful conversations to help people within their relationships instead of just going to the extreme.
Why does it have to be the extreme all the time?
Not
and
all
I
the
feel
time.
that when men, because that's one of a big complaint. You know, when it comes out of that, why she always think I gotta that? Because a straight man ain't even thinking on that level. Understand that if he's the straight from my day, because today's straight, I don't know what that means.
It's
So,
a difference, today's straight?
This definitions have changed. I don't get it, whatever. But the straight from my day would be a man, a straight man, heterosexual man. That world of LGBTQ subjects, topics have to be brought to him for him to even think about it. So if it's not something that, if he's dwelling on it, it's an issue internally with that man. And maybe that he need to go in the closet and fight on these demons and see what's up with him.
Yeah.
But that's not something that they even, it's like they're oblivious to it because
Yeah.
it's not their world. And that's okay.
Mhm.
Okay? Because it's not offensive to be oblivious.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain things that goes on in the world that you don't have no clue about.
Mhm.
And that's where I feel like some of them, this 95% of them dwell. Like,
Mhm.
why do you feel like I got to be over here sucking dick or getting my, bitch,
Well,
I am with you. I'm
especially
playing the game.
if
Leave
I'm
me
taking
alone.
care of you,
I'm sorry,
I,
I
as
didn't
a
mean no
woman, would not even want to even think of that. Like that thought shouldn't even come up in my head.
Why is
You
that the
know.
thought? All of these questions need to be answered if that's if as a woman,
Mhm.
as a woman who loves this man,
Mhm.
that's another problem with you if that's where you run to first. Not
I
understand the
think that's a
optics,
defensive
but
mechanism for a lot of females
I
nowadays.
understand the optics, but you
Mhm.
have to go behind the optics and find out what it really is, because
Yeah.
you could be on a whole different page than this man is on.
Mhm.
Like I said, it could be something as simple as, bitch, we ain't got no game in the house.
Right. It's
You know what I'm saying?
communication. Again, it goes back to communication.
And that's all. And if you
Yeah.
communicate right, that
Mhm.
situation is gonna be nipped in the bud. He gonna hear you, you gonna hear him. And if y'all care enough, the effort. If y'all give a damn enough,
If you give a
it'll
damn
change.
enough. Yeah.
It'll change. It'll get better
Yeah.
because he cares about how you feel. You care about how he feels. So he's gonna make
Mhm.
sure, as his woman,
Mhm.
that you are comfortable,
Mhm.
and him not being around you
Mhm.
24/7.
So I have a topic that I would love to hear you guys talk about on your show, and it's just kind of like equality, right? So
Okay.
you have your straight women, you have your straight men, how they're perceived and how they're treated. So my perception of what I've seen, people accept a lot from gay women, but it's not the same when it comes to gay men.
Yes. A lot of people got disappointed when I said I was a part of this LPG. I'm sure. I'm sure when they heard that, they were like, fuck. But here we go with this shit. You know? But that's an uphill battle.
I mean, I'm just saying, it just seemed like people are more acceptable,
It's an uphill
accepting
battle.
of women being lesbians. You know, it's sexy when a woman is a lesbian,
Right. It's
but
a
then when
it's a
it's your
fetish.
son or when it's your
Yeah.
brother, it's like now you want to disown them. Like, have you ever experienced anything? Has your family been like open arms to you, like I love you no matter who you are? Because I know I've seen it firsthand, like even in relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like a man would be okay with his woman sleeping with a woman, but then it's like, okay, well, what if I want to sleep with a man? You're not okay with that. Or
Hell
if
no.
when I was in college, you know, I just tried it out. And I
Mhm.
realized I didn't like it. That's
Okay.
not for me.
Okay.
Let a woman say that, oh, it's okay. You're not gay. You
Uh-huh.
just had a college
Experience.
experience.
It was an
But if
experience.
a man was like, well, you know, I did this,
Mhm.
I didn't like it. And I
Mhm.
didn't know I wasn't going to like it. I was just trying it out.
Mhm.
But now it's like, oh, you did that, you're gay. And now a woman don't want to be with you because they feel like you're going to go back to being with a man again. On your show, how would y'all address that topic?
The topic of one
College
the
experience.
woman, well, the basic notion that the woman is more accepted
Yes.
than it being on the male. It has to do with patriarchy. It
Mhm.
has to do with um, society.
Mhm.
It has to do with what it has been deemed to be right in society's eyes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to remember that at the end of the day, when you go and you close that door and you get under them sheets,
Mhm.
society not in the room with you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And society ain't in the room with me. So I can pull
Unless
up.
you on a reality show.
Listen, all those branches that you gonna go off on, I don't know nothing about those branches. Okay, I'm gonna stay over here on this branch. This is the branch that I know. So what I'm saying is that once you get behind those closed doors
Mhm.
and underneath them dark sheets with whoever you want to be up under them dark sheets with,
Mhm.
it's nobody else's business.
That's true.
It's nobody else's business. It's a situation that nobody should really give a damn about.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like up until I said that I was, a part of that community, I was judged one way.
Mhm.
But when I said it, all of that went out the window. I was
Yeah.
judged another
Mm.
instantly. You know what I'm saying?
And how
And
does that make you feel?
it's an uphill battle.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's an uphill battle, and I don't really pay too. I love me.
Mhm.
I love me a lot.
I'm glad you
You
love
know what I'm
you.
saying? This dude right here
Mhm.
is 100 with me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So what they going down the street got to say to Deshay across the street about Mike T
Mhm.
could care the fuck less.
There you have it.
There's no reason for me to care about that because I'm in love with me
Mhm.
first.
Mhm.
So people can say what they want to say about Mike,
Right.
whenever they want to say about Mike. It's not going to deter me
Mhm.
from loving the fuck out of me. And I
Exactly.
had to learn when you learn that,
Mhm.
it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
Mhm.
More precious than anything you could ever own
Mhm.
is a love for yourself.
Amen.
And I'm not even trying to preach, but
Hey, if the
it's just
message
what
is
it
there, the
is.
message is
It's
there.
what it is. Can't nobody take that away from you.
Mhm.
So you gossiping about me, have a good time because I'm on your tongue at that point in time.
Mhm.
And how do I taste?
Hmm. Like
I'm on your tongue.
chocolates.
Okay, okay. Because it just doesn't register. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
And
And
you
you ask
can't
the
let that, have any influence over your life. So,
no.
listen, we have to wrap it up.
Okay.
But before we wrap it up, I have 3 questions for you. The first question, Kitchen Hero, what can everyone expect when they call you and book an appointment to come and be their personal chef?
Oh, an experience. An experience. I'm going to make sure that you have a smile because that is what has been paying me. I haven't been, this hasn't been a lucrative business for me
Mhm.
in any, stance at all.
Mhm.
The lucrativeness comes in when I see the pearly white smile
And
after
when
I've
you
done.
see us like
Yeah,
this here.
that has been my payment thus far,
Mhm.
and that feeds me. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So that's what it is.
That
I'm going
overall
to
experience.
expect to have a smile on your face
Mhm.
and expect to be like, girl, you need to get. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, I'm spreading the word, and I feel so
I'm
confident.
gonna make it easy to spread. By the way, I'm gonna make it easy to spread the word. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I don't do shady business.
Mhm.
I don't deal with shady clients either.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We'll have a contract. Everything will be professionally done,
Mhm.
and there will be a paper trail.
Mhm.
So everything is legit. I'm not gonna play with you because I don't
Mhm.
want anybody to play with me. I'm a
Mhm.
businessman first. You know what I'm
Got you.
saying?
Mhm.
So, but after the business taken care of, we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. We're gonna make it
Okay.
do what it do, baby.
Okay. So one thing that I can say is Michael at Kitchen Hero, he is an excellent cook, an excellent chef, and he is a clean cook. My kitchen was not a mess when he got finished, and that's something that you can appreciate when somebody come to your kitchen and they cook and they clean and it's not a mess, and you can sit down and you can enjoy your meal at the same time. So, second question.
Okay.
Your podcast. Do you have a name for your podcast?
We are not named yet
Mm-hmm. Are you
because
taking suggestions?
we are taking suggestions and we would love to get some submissions.
Mm-hmm.
You
All
know.
right. So you guys, 3 men within the community that will have views on politics and so much more. If you have any suggestions for a name for his podcast, at the end of the show, when you finish watching, go in those comments and give us some ideas so that we can get this podcast up and running. Okay?
And whatever it's no restrictions. Don't be afraid to throw it all out there. You know, don't be offensive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're open. We're open. And like I said, the premises of it is three gay black men in their 40s, and we all have a vast array of different views on everything.
Amen. I like
Everything.
that.
And
I
it's gonna
really
be
love it.
very comical because these
You're
nutcases.
comical by yourself.
I You think when the other two get here,
Well,
it's
I
a
know
show.
one
I'm
of
telling
them,
you.
and I'm gonna have to bring all 3 of y'all back together so that we can sit down and we can talk about it.
Okay.
Because I do know one of your other friends that's on the show,
Uh huh.
and I watch his TikToks, and he is
Uh huh.
he is hilarious. So
Hilarious.
I'm looking forward to your podcast. I know that it's gonna be a big success.
Well, we already got producers.
Yes, we do.
We got
Who
producers
made
for
that
it.
visuals? Who made that visuals?
happy about that. So it's just a
Yes.
matter of let's get it done. So let's get it done. So we're excited. We're
Okay.
all three of us are very excited.
I'm very excited for you guys.
Mhm.
Now, my last question, and this is a question that I ask all my guests when they
Okay.
come on the show. If you could go back to little Michael
Mhm.
and the big Michael that you are right now, everything that you know, what would you go back and tell your little Michael self?
Calm down.
Mhm.
Calm down. It's all coming. It's all coming, and it's gonna be just fucking fine.
Mhm.
That's what I would tell him.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. Now, which younger Michael? Because I got a
Any
bunch of them
Michael,
motherfuckers.
any Michael that's younger than the 40-year-old
Yes,
Michael.
yes. Yes, I would tell him just to calm down. You know, sit back, open your eyes,
Mhm.
open your ears.
Mhm.
Because I think that if I had that advice back then, like maybe 16,
To be like more
15,
aware.
be more aware, be more
Mhm.
cognizant of your surroundings. Take it
Okay.
all in, listen,
Mhm.
listen.
Mhm.
And I think I'll be much. Not saying that I'm lagging. I think I'm doing pretty well on myself, but I think that I would be a lot further
Yeah.
ahead than where I am right now if I had just that
Listen
voice
more.
in my head.
Okay. Listen to yourself or just listen to the feedback that people
Period.
have to give you.
Period.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. So that's good. Go back and tell yourself to listen. And for 2023 that you're bringing into 2024 is to be patient. I love it. All right. Well, I appreciate you so much
Thank you
for
for having me.
allowing me to give you this interview, bringing me this positive energy today.
Yes. Yes.
And thank you guys for joining us on Lay It on the Line. You guys have a new podcast coming to you soon. I hope that y'all can help us with his podcast name going forward. And if you
Please,
guys
just a little help.
need a chef for your special occasions, remember Chef Hero. We're going to drop all the details in the caption after this video. Thank you so much for joining Lay It on the Line. It's been real.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.